Good morning.
Good morning.
We have with us. He's not starting his shift until 11:30. Is that right?
Yeah.
So, good morning, Gogglefroggers. This is your lovely Saturday morning Gogglefrogs, and you have me, Angela, and you have Robert with you as well. So,
Hello.
welcome. Good morning to everybody. If this is your first time with us, I hope you've got a cup of tea. You won't have it in your branded mug because you're at work. Hopefully you've
No,
got.
but I have been told I can bring my own mug, and I'm tempted to bring a Gogglefrogs mug.
Yay! Hopefully you've got some knitting. I got a surprise with this today. And just sit back, and this is your hour to absolutely do everything crafting. And we will chat for England as usual.
Yeah.
If you've known us for a little while, a huge, lovely good morning and lovely to see you again. Hello if you're watching live. Hello if you're watching on replay. And hello if you're watching on YouTube as well.
Hello.
So, Robert, do you know what? I love the fact that you're number one and it's in green behind you.
Yeah, that's principle number one. That's what the partnership stands for. So I was going to sit on the table next the other side, but there's too much background stuff. So and I wanted to be on the table so I can do all the techie stuff. But yeah, this was the best one I could get at the moment.
Oh, it's amazing to have you with us. So that's lovely. So I know that, what?
And a little treat for you. You have me
What?
Tuesday morning. You don't have so no Gogglefrogs on Monday. You have me Tuesday morning. You have me Wednesday night, and you have me next Saturday. So I'm on all three sessions next week.
How lucky are we?
I know,
So,
that's the advantage of working locally now. I don't have to. I can stop and do whatever I want to without the worry of making up the time. It's brilliant.
Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. So good morning. Shall we say some good mornings to people?
Yes, let's do that. Let's do bottom to top. So we start with Lindy. Good morning, Lindy.
Morning.
We have Linda. Good morning, Linda.
Morning.
We have Judy. Good morning, Judy.
Good morning.
We have Joe. Good morning, Joe.
Morning, Joe.
We have Jackie. Good morning, Jackie.
Good morning, Jackie.
We have Georgie. Morning, Georgie.
Morning.
We have Deborah. Morning, Deborah.
Good morning, Deborah.
We have Dawn. Good morning, Dawn.
Morning, Dawn.
And Brigitte. Good morning, Brigitte.
Good morning, Brigitte.
So let's have a catch up on chat. Deborah says morning. Judy says good morning. Lindy says morning. Joe says hello. Now I'm confused because this doesn't say Joe Jeannie. So is this the Joe that is Jeannie, or is this a different Joe I've not met before?
I think it's Joe Jeannie. That's what I assumed, but we shouldn't make assumptions, should we? But Joe, are you Joe Jeannie?
We have Brigitte says good morning. Jackie says morning, lovely peeps. Can only join you for a short as I have another knitting group to join. I just want to say huge thank you so much for the Gogglefrogs yarn. It's absolutely gorgeous. That cashmere one is just divine.
I'm glad we're so pleased that you like it. Yes. I think the only thing that we can say on that is there will be more further down the road. I think it's something that we would definitely look at again. Slightly different, but again. We may have a little bit of camel next time.
You see this kind of variegated green behind me here?
Yeah, I know. It's the opposite, isn't it? Yeah.
I can't get my finger right. So the one that goes, maybe we should do one that goes from this really yellowy green up to the dark green and have it more of a variegated.
That would be very nice. So at least we've got the colours captured now, haven't we? On one of the shows, so we know what we're talking about. We could just say,
Joe says, I'll be popping in and out a bit today because it's finally stopped raining here and I've got a week's worth of laundry to pack out. Well, enjoy.
I know that feeling.
Yeah. Although it looks like it's going to rain here. but that could just be the dirty windows. Dawn says, good morning, everyone. Done my over 50 30-day challenge and some jobs. Now settling down for nitty nattery time. Well done, Dawn. I hope the chores weren't too strenuous this morning. Lindy says, great that you're able to join us so often next week. What more? Brigitte says, what more could Gogglefrogs want? More of Robert.
Oh.
Georgie says, morning, lovely to see you both. Linda says, morning, my lovely Gogglefroggers. Deborah says, that's great, Robert. Glad your new work schedule is working out for you. And Joe says, yes, it's Joe/Jeannie. Thank you very much. Dawn says, I would go for a variegated green. And Helen says, morning, having a rare joining in on Saturday. Good morning, Helen. And someone else has popped up in the box. So let's just find out who that is. Pat. Pat has joined as well. Good morning, Pat. Welcome. So, how was your day off yesterday?
It was very, very good, thank you. I got some things done. So if you're looking on the website, it will be starting to change slightly, but it's so that it will be easier to view. So you'll see there's new headers there. There's not really any of the products in there. That'll be done today or tomorrow. So just look under catalogue as normal, but just when I get snippets of time. And then so I sent a lovely little email to everybody who's on the retreat. And then I did this. So I finished it this morning, but that's the cake for a very special boy. It's getting picked up after this show. So I was madly just finishing that before this. So as with all cakes, the biggest thing that you spend your time on is waiting. So it's a lovely carrot cake, and I had to wait for all of those outside structures to harden overnight. So that's fine, and then I could do the top. So that's all done. So I am going to have a little bit of a knit this afternoon. So I am going to sit down, and so I'm going to do a little bit on the website today, but that's it. So yeah. So how was your day yesterday?
Well, I wasn't off. Yeah, it was good, thank you. It was my first late night, and it was interesting to see the flip side of the day. And I was still trained. Yeah, it was good. So, and then I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning to we're struggling with picking to deliveries this morning. So frantically got myself ready, walked in, and was here at 6, and I've been picking for 3 hours to make sure all our deliveries get out today.
Oh wow! Well, I had a bit of a. I forgot to tell you this morning. I woke up and I suddenly heard this. You know when an engine sounds as if it's been revved. So I came flying. I looked out of the window and I thought, oh no, I think it's Alan's car that might be being revved. So I thought, bearing in mind, we live in the middle of nowhere land. So it's not busy where we are. So I thought, what do I do? Bearing in mind the job that my husband does, i.e. he protects us. He was in the shower and I knew he was in the shower. So armed in some bling shoes, a little cardigan, my nightie, and my iPhone, because I thought I'm going to go out and I'm going to take a photo. I'm going to video this in case. And I got nearly as far as the road, and I thought, I don't think there's anyone in the car. And it was the guy over the road with his car that was making a different noise. So I thought, why didn't I go and say, excuse Mr. Policeman, I think somebody's nicking a car. So I went there this morning at about 5:15, and then when he said, oh, what are you doing up? I said, well, I thought your car was being pinched. And I went out to investigate. He said, you didn't think of telling me? I went, no. So that was that. Me being, yeah, I thought I was a superhero, probably because I've been making a pic about a superhero thing. Overnight, I just thought, do you know what? I can do anything. So that was quite amusing. So then after all of that, I made him his toast. I made him his takeaway coffees. And I said, I'm off back to bed now. because I have been fighting terrorism and everything this morning. So I went back to bed for an hour. So that's just a fun story about this morning.
Angela Bailey, Captain S America, the Leadburn Avenger.
It's so funny, isn't it? That we're absolutely invincible. We have no fear. Yeah, but then I'll scream at something like, you know, a slug if I see it in the wrong place. So, oh dear, that's funny.
Right, shall we have some music?
I would love some music, yes.
Okay, so today's is completely random because I was a bit stressed for the half an hour before the show, trying to find music, trying to get it to upload, software not working, Demio not working properly. So unfortunately, this is all I could get at lastminute.com. So enjoy. Hope you enjoyed it.
Oh yes, definitely, definitely. I mean, who doesn't love a little bit of Spandau with his big belting, what is it, long notes? No one can seriously do notes that long. So, and he still does them now. So, yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much. Hopefully you all enjoyed that.
Now well, I know my colleagues here did because I was miming along, bouncing along, and they're all looking at me as to say, what on earth?
Do you know what? In a few weeks, you're going to be actually on a TV being boomed out to the whole of the your
partnership.
Yeah, your partnership. Yeah. So it's quite funny, isn't it?
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh.
Well, I'd just like to say that other than Robert giggling because everybody's wondering what he's been doing with his little ear things in. I mean, it'd be different if you had like a proper webcam and everything in front of you, but it just looks as if you're watching a TV program or having a quick chat to somebody. Well, you are really, aren't you? Oh.
Louise joined. Good morning, Louise.
Hello, Louise. Oh.
Right. Deborah says she's been watching some of the Yorkshire Yardfest videos, has managed to resist temptation so far. Well done, you.
Oh, you lucky person resisting that temptation.
Jackie says, I've just received my order from Rington. Oh, my word.
Oh, I think that Rington's is coming south. It's so exciting.
Linda says, we wouldn't have known if you hadn't told us Robert is a great choice. Deborah says, great music choice. Dawn says, love Spandau Ballet. Brigitte says, I always thought Spandau Ballet are a poorer copy of Roxy Music.
Ooh.
Not sure. I don't know who Roxy Music are.
Brian Ferry. Brian Ferry. Brigitte, what did you say? What did they sing, Roxy? You're Jealous Guy. Do you know Jealous Guy? No?
I've heard of Brian Ferry.
Right.
I couldn't tell you Roxy Music. I'm getting all here.
And then he went solo. So he was the lead singer. Brought amazing individual, very good looking, isn't he? And he was brought up, I believe, on the council estate, but he always wears a pinstripe, beautifully, immaculately dressed individual, jet black hair, and he is just like a country gent and lives his life as a country gent. So he was one of those people that, I don't know, just got quite an interesting background. And Steve Allen always says about his story, but he's yeah, a very good looking guy, very good looking.
Okay, I will have a look in a minute. So Helen says, great choice, Robert. Lindy says, new piece of music for me, very pleasant choice. Georgie says, love that, love Spandau Ballet. And then I'm kind of, yeah, I opened up a can of worms, I think. Joe says, you don't know who Roxy Music are, they're fab. Louise says, you're showing your youth, Robert.
Yeah.
Joe says, Love is the drug. Dance away. Dawn says Roxy were brilliant, especially Brian Ferry doing all that smouldering. Georgie says Brian Ferry very handsome. Brigitte says you are right, Angela. Brian Ferry was sex on legs. And Joe says more than this. I'm going to have to get on Spotify later.
Yeah, more than this. One of the best ones. Jealous Guy was always not one of my favourites, but it's what they're best known for. But he was smouldering, dark looks. You know, a little bit like a Cary Grant and all of those. That's what he looked like and still looks like. And I did actually meet a guy who was a spitting image of Brian Ferry, and I thought, oh, that's quite nice. He's so boring. Never saw him again. So yeah.
No, not ringing any bells. I'm looking at pictures now. I'm sure the music will, but
yeah.
There we go. I can't listen to that while I'm on here.
That's
so
a
what are you up to?
Thing, isn't it? What?
What are you doing, project-wise?
Frogging.
Frogging?
Yeah. And I'll tell you what. I saw this in the shop and I looked at it for almost a year, and at the beginning of lockdown I got the wool scent, and it's beautiful. It's linen drape, it feels beautiful, the colour's lovely, and I've really struggled. I've never done a crochet item of clothing ever before. And I got to the arms, and I'll just show you this, right? This is the arms. You have to do two different things. And I popped into the picture house yesterday, and Marion was there. And Marion was saying, oh my God, it just splits all the time. It will be beautiful for knitting, but for crocheting, it's, and I don't really understand the pattern. So it's getting frogged, and I'm going to redo it, and I'm going to knit it. So, you know, when sometimes life is just too blinking short, and that's what I just found. And when I kept saying to Marion, I'm really thinking about frogging it, and after she'd done those two bits, she said, yeah, just frog it. But when somebody else says that to you, and you think, do you know what? I'm actually quite happy that I persevered that long. But yeah, it's getting frogged now. It's just, do you know what? And I do need to do something in our new beautiful yarn, but I've got a secret project left to do, haven't I? I've got Aggie's cardigan, which all the pieces are finished. I just need to sew it together and do the neck. So yeah, but what I'm doing at the moment is I'm getting great pleasure now out of frogging this whole blinking thing, which was not enjoyable. So that's me. But as with frogging, sometimes it's not that easy to frog, is it?
Can we just say hello to Linda, who's just joined, and Anne as well?
Hello, Linda and Anne. Hello. Oh, and about the email, yeah, I did do it quite late last night, and I'd scheduled it, but I hadn't confirmed to send it, so you've got your email going out this morning. So thank you, Deborah, for reminding me. But this is what happens when you sort of program something at midnight. So yeah, I didn't realise when I was shutting all the programs down today. Oh, that didn't go. But,
if anybody's ever seen Angela's laptop, she has so many tabs open across the top. I'm not surprised that she can't. That some.
I've only got 14 open.
Only. Says me sat here with 2.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you have a little touch of dyslexia and stuff. It's just quite hilarious.
Jackie's going. Bye, Jackie. Have a lovely bank holiday. Jackie. And she said, see you all on Tuesday.
See you then. Oops. Right. Even frogging's hard with this linen, because a lot of the stitches you couldn't go through. You had to go through the wool and split the wool. So even frogging it is a nightmare.
And actually, Lindy's just posted, frogging splitty yarn is not always the most enjoyable thing, but getting rid of something that no longer gives you pleasure is definitely a good thing.
Yeah, I have to say, you know, where you've had to go through, rather than going through the stitch, you've had to go through a little bit of the wool. I never realised this stuff was so hard. That is, never mind. But
Angela,
hey,
don't.
no,
Leave
what?
it. Leave it.
Why?
Just because you'll get so frustrated with it, and I know what will happen.
No, I'm just going to cut it.
No, no. Leave it, please. Let me do it, please.
Robert, it's not nice to do.
But you can't keep cutting it, because then when you're knitting it, you'll go, oh, bloody ends, oh, joins, and you'll get equally as frustrated with it.
Oh, I was going to do that to the whole of Gogglefrogs, but I've got two blooming attached things. Both of them, you can't frog the damn thing. So,
Right, leave it.
yeah, I think I might have to. Well, I tell you something. I think that's it. I think the moral of this story is, if ever you want to crochet a cardigan, Angela, don't use something like linen that splits for your first project. But hey ho, we learn, don't we? Now, for other people where you do lots and lots of crocheting, it won't be an issue. But never mind. That's what happens when you just look at a pattern and you think, I've got to have that.
Are you out and about today, or are you staying home?
I'm home quite a lot today. Yeah.
Okay. If you do end up going out, either drop it round to Gary, or bring it in to me, and I'll do it tomorrow because I'm at mother-in-law's, so I'll do it there.
Oh, are you? Oh, all right then.
Brigitte says use an embroidery needle to aid the sticky spots. Helen says let Robert do it. Lindy says if Robert isn't able to do it, post it to me and I'll sort it. Definitely don't cut it.
I've been told by everybody now.
You are, yes. And she's still going at it.
No, I'm wrapping it in a ball and I'm throwing it. That's it, done.
I had visions of you doing what you did last time you got frustrated and just going and throwing it on the fire.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I'll explain this. It wasn't a huge ball of wool.
It doesn't matter. She still threw wool on the fire.
And I couldn't unknot this thing. So I thought, oh, do you know what? I've had enough. Walked over to the wood burner, opened it, just like, there you go. And it was gone in seconds. I still finished the project. It was just a little bit of a tricky bit. So it wasn't loads, okay? So I do try and recycle just about everything I can. I'd forgotten all about that, Robert. Thanks for reminding me. Oh dear. Yeah. So I'm really, really, do you know what? All of you lovely people who've got wool, I'm wanting to start the workday scarf, but I don't have the wool. So what I will be doing this afternoon is doing a little bit of the secret project.
I've got that, haven't I? Sorry.
No, I didn't say it for you to apologise. I'm just saying.
No, it's fine. I haven't done it. Sorry. I was supposed to do it this morning and then came into work.
You're not supposed to. You're working. Please,
yeah, but I'm not supposed to be here, am I? So I was supposed to do it this morning, so it's ready for you, but never mind.
No, Robert, I'm not going to do it anyway. I've got too many things left to finish off. You know me, I decided to start a new project and then start yet another new project. So this is good. The fact that I can't start a new project, I've got to finish something. Thank you.
Pat says, lots of laughter, brilliant. Know that feeling, Angela. I'm
glad I'm not the only one.
Lindy sent a huge laughing face. Anne says, yes, I agree, leave it to Robert. Lindy says, love the throwing, done that quite often myself. And Joe says, at least you didn't swear at it. I get sweary when mine is cheesing me off, but I've never thrown anything on the fire.
Oh, I just, you know, at times, that is going to be one of those items when it eventually gets finished. I'm sure it will look lovely and it will drape lovely. But I've now realised there are certain wools that when people say you do not use linen or cotton in crochet, now I know why they don't. And to say that was my first ever, I mean, let's face it, I learned to crochet. I'd never crocheted before, and I did a third of Lily Pond. And a third of Lily Pond is still sitting there, but it looks like Lily Pond should. So that was quite good to cut my teeth on. But the first project I give myself of an item of clothing in crochet is in linen. I mean, Angela, that is too much of a challenge. So there we go. Never again. I think that's just linen or cotton and crochet and me. It's a big no-no. And I will leave it to all of you experts who are absolutely blooming amazing at it.
Well, I learnt to crochet because I had a cotton teddy bear that I wanted to make, and it was multicolored. And that's why I learnt to crochet. I bought it at my first Ali Pally and thought, I'm going to learn how to do this because I really like that teddy bear. Didn't know it was cotton at the time. Learnt to crochet, took it out of the box, then realised it was cotton, then gave it a go and thought, nah, don't like this, put it back in the box, and it stayed there ever since.
Oh, it's, yeah. So never mind. It is on the floor. It's going in a carrier bag. And I will drop it around. I have actually got to pop to the post office, so I'll do a little bit of a tea tour at the same time. So that's good.
Right, shall we do Facebook?
Yeah, that would be lovely.
So there might be quite a lot on Facebook because we haven't looked since Thursday. I know there's lots of lovely pictures of all the walls. So let's have a quick look. Come on, there we go. Right. So Joe has posted, just wondering, Robert and Angela, if this is what we look like from your end of things. No. I think that's what we look like to them.
I will take a picture and I will let you know what you look like. So I'll put that in the thing now, but that's fab. Oh, sorry, I nearly put that on my own Facebook timeline. Let me change.
Joe's then posted, baby blanket all done, just matching hat and boots left to do. Oh wow, look at this, Angela. This is beautiful.
That's amazing.
It is.
Wow.
And posted, finished the first one, going to do a second one today. Oh, well done.
Oh, that is lovely.
Louise says, thank you so much for my gorgeous wall. It's even more beautiful for real. Think that's the interlude, isn't it, there?
I think so, yes. Yes, it is.
Marion has posted a video from West Cliff Knitting and Crochet.
That's lovely.
Pineapple knit stitch.
That'd be quite nice in some plain yarn to make a cowl or something.
Deborah says, Gogglefrogs parcel has arrived. Amazingly quick service. Thank you so much. Love them both. And that is Lockdown by the looks of it and Gogglefrogs.
Yes.
I think that's Gogglefrogs with Bling. Deborah says, Harry Potter film and fire on this afternoon, plus knitting, of course. Oh, I like the look of that fire.
I'm just thinking, I have no idea how much coal we have. So I might even go and just get an extra bag of coal because everything's over things to walk over. So
Jackie says, yarn package has arrived. I'm so excited and it's my lunch break. So guess what I will be doing? Pictures of yarns to follow once I've stroked and looked at it. So for those of you that have never seen the back of a parcel before, that is what you get on the back. Warning, yarn is addictive, so pleased we can help you. Jackie's then posted a picture. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My package arrived and it's gorgeous. Oh my word, the cashmere silk is so, so soft. I love them all. You guys have literally surpassed yourselves. Love, 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 love. So there we have Frog Chorus, which is the green. This is Frogagoo, isn't it, Angela?
I think so, yeah.
And then we've got Gogglefrogs. I think that's Gogglefrogs with bling. We only sold one of the plain Gogglefrogs, didn't we? So I think that is Gogglefrogs with bling. Deborah's posted, found this example of an bracket Shetland lace shawl. These ladies admiring the shawl made around 1930. That just looks amazing.
And that's the one that goes through a wedding
ring. Yeah.
And that's the tent. It's just incredible how much time they would take to do that. Wow.
Marion went to Waitrose in Leighton Buzzard today. 4 bottles of Tanqueray Sevilla gin on the shelf. When I went in, only 3 when I left. And then I love Fran's comment at the end. Thought you were going to say 4 less when I came out. Marion, you are very welcome for the tip. We saw that one the last time we were on. Oh dear. No, I'm just skipping that one. I'm sorry. That's just no. That's a look and you'll burn your eyes forever. That's the men in the filet crochet.
Oh yeah. Like, who thought of that?
Oh, I know. Deborah's posted a pattern for changing staircases. She says the design is inspired by Harry Potter. So let me open that in a separate window and we'll come back to it. So we can have a quick look. Then I've posted to say we're really looking forward to the retreat and we can't believe how well it's been subscribed to, but there are 4 places left if anybody is interested. Tracy says, Luke just read the wording on my yellow parcel as yawn is addictive. He asked, why did they tell you that? I replied, read it again. He says, what's yarn then?
Absolutely amazing. All I can say, Tracy, is that must be well hidden yarn in your house for him not to know what yarn is.
I know.
Well done.
Marion has posted my haul from Wednesday night. Love it. So she's got a streaker, a lockdown, and 2 Frogagoo there.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Georgie says, thank you so much for my wonderful yarn delivery. It was lovely to see you. And Georgie has 2 lockdowns and 2 Gogglefrogs with bling. And proudly displaying her hanger there as well. We showed that on Thursday. Brigitte says, I had a visit from Master and Mistress Gogglefrogs this afternoon, and this is what they brought around. Thank you so much, Angela and Robert. You are stars. So we've got 3 lots of friends there. Gogglefrogs, plain, and a streaker as well.
Is the Gogglefrogs plain going to be socks?
That's what I think it is, yeah.
I think it's going to be a pair of socks. Is it for Rod or are they for you? I don't know, Brigitte. Or they could be for somebody else. I don't know.
Marion says, my parcel has arrived. Thank you so much. The yarn is lovely. Every so often I stroke it. Now what to do with it? Love the Frogagoo. Dawn says, thank you, Robert and Angela, for my lovely delivery today. So excited to start knitting something with my friend's wall. Now, what was really interesting, folks, is normally when we deliver, and when we do it together, we both get out of the car, we both go and hand the parcels over. But what happened on Thursday, Angela, when I got in the car?
Robert couldn't get out of the car because it was covered in parcels. It was hilarious. I was having to say to people, Robert's in the car, he's covered in parcels. So he was, because we hadn't been to the post office then. So he was sort of wedged in there and just had to keep passing me like a parcel so I could run out and get it until we had But then I think we swapped over, and then I had to stay with the car once because there was lots of sort of people. So yeah, never mind.
And Gary would have been extremely jealous because whenever we're driving anywhere, I know where we're going. I only have to go somewhere once, and I can remember where to go. And he calls me Bob Bob for that reason. And you got a lot of Bob Bob on Thursday, didn't you? That way, straight ahead, that way, turn around.
Oh, so it was funny, but we did go for fish and chips. Well, I had fish and chips. You had a waffle, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because last time we did that, we forgot to eat, and it got to 4 o'clock, and then we realised Robert hadn't even had breakfast.
No. Right, then you've posted. I can't believe this. After talking about Frank Sinatra on Thursday, you got home, and From Here to Eternity was on Sony Movies.
Yeah.
So that was amazing.
I know, so I've watched part of it, but I'm going to sit down properly and watch it this afternoon. And then hubby said, oh, why, if you taped From Here to Eternity, because I never tape anything like that. I said, yeah, why? He said, the DVD's in there. So you know what's going to happen. He's going to sit down and present me with it so we can watch it together. So I'll be watching it twice probably this weekend.
Right, here is a picture of everything that we had left. We were just blown away. We started with 39, didn't we? And we finished with 11. And actually now I think we're down to 10. So this one here, the Friends has gone, but we have some plain Gogglefrogs, 1 Gogglefrogs with bling. We've got 2 streakers left and 3 Frogagoogoos.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. It was just brilliant. And then I think we're all caught up. Yes, because we showed that and we've done that as well.
Yeah,
so we're all caught
that's
up.
Lovely. Pizza. Were you going to show that Harry Potter inspired thing?
Yep, let me just
check it
work out.
Because I realised when I was showing a piece of art, you know when you have these pics and sometimes there's other artwork done by them, and then I clicked onto one and it was just like, oh, I think this is a bit risque to be showing. So
yeah, I have just checked. So let's do that. And there we go. So hopefully you can see this. So this is changing staircases. And
oh,
let me see if I can.
Oh, I like that one.
So there's it in a variegated colour. There it is hanging. I think this is the best picture though. Standing out lengthwise. I love the sectioning on that. I really do.
Yeah, I'm really,
it looks lovely.
Really inspired by that.
I think this is one of the ones where you'd either, I don't think a plain wall would do this any justice. I think you would have to have the hint in it, or like this one here where you just go all out in the colour to really make the design stand out.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing that, and it is a free pattern as well.
Thank you. I was thinking that might be quite nice for that Getchy that I've got, that narrow Getchy. Because it is quite interesting. I could make it longer and longer, couldn't I?
Yes. Right. Lindy says, advantage in the swap for both knitting and crochet is that you get the chance to see whether you like or cope with yarn, pattern, stitches, etc. Very true. Louise says, yes, interlude, so tempted to cast on a scarf even though I have so many projects on the go.
Oh.
Brigitte says, how did you guess socks, but for me for a change? Oh, I can't wait to see them. I really, really can't.
Yeah.
Louise says that Brigitte is quite right. Brigitte says that Louise, my husband has about 20 pairs knitted by me already.
Yeah.
Louise says, like my daughter, she said I should stop for the time being. Georgie says, oh, that's lovely, Angela, snuggling up and watching a movie. And then Helen says she went to Waterstones yesterday and couldn't resist some Harry Potter merchandise.
Oh. I just love bookstores. I love going into them. There's always I do find that a lot of things that we might want, you have to order in, but you can still find some incredible things. I went to Waterstones 2 weeks ago, and I bought several books, didn't I? I think I bought about 5 or 6 books. But there's just something about a bookshop. You just walk in. It's the way how your eyes just get drawn to certain colours on the shelves or certain words, and you think, how on earth did I spot that from 20 yards? But you just do. So I can never go into a bookshop without picking up loads. So yeah, love to know what your Harry Potter merch was. Yeah, love. Well, Robert loves Harry Potter, and then I got into Harry Potter a little bit, but I still haven't listened to all of the books. But yeah.
So this is how much I'm into Harry Potter. So during lockdown, J.K. Rowling lifted the license on Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and they did this thing called Harry Potter at Home, where they had famous celebrities read out each of the chapters. But in the middle of it, because they were having technical issues, they had to stop. And for 3 or 4 weeks, there was no further chapters. And I thought, I want to know what happens next, even though I've listened to them tons and tons and tons and tons of times. So I started to listen to the Stephen Fry version of it as well, from the beginning. So it got to a point where I was listening to both Stephen Fry and the Celebrity Edition at the same time. Like literally chapter for chapter.
But that's what they encourage you to do, because it goes in much better. So you're actually doing what Audible suggests you do all the time.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. If you listen and if you read at the same time, it goes in so much better. So now it's actually a thing to do that. So you're actually ahead of the crowd by doing that.
Oh, that's all right. That's fine. I thought it was really bad, but
no, it's not. It's not. It's really good. Oh.
Deborah says, you're so right, there is nothing like a book. I have a Kindle, which I love, but there is nothing like a real book, almost as good as war.
Yeah.
See, the problem with me, I'm great with audiobooks because I just listen to them whenever I need to walk or drive somewhere. But the problem with me in a book is when I'm sat and I'm reading, I'm thinking, there's so much else I could be doing, like knitting or chores or stuff. But there we go. Helen says, Hogwarts and Gryffindor Notebook, a bow truckle and some chocolate frogs. I have listened to those 2, Robert, and have all of the Stephen Fry versions on Audible too.
So you're Gryffindor then, Helen, are you?
I'm Gryffindor.
I'm Gryffindor. So, and if anybody doesn't understand what's going on, because I had no idea what Harry Potter was, but people who read Harry Potter, would probably think that everybody knew what they were. So there's this little test that you can do online, and it puts you into one of the 4. They're like house groups, and the one that you don't want to go into necessarily is Slytherin. But Slytherin are like, and I was just about to say, but there's some amazing people in Slytherin. So actually, it's not a bad thing anyways. But when you first read the first book, it's just like, oh my God, you won't want to be a Slytherin. But then you realise it's only one person. Only one person that you really have to say is not a nice Slytherin. But
no, to be fair, there's a couple of them that aren't particularly nice. But if anybody has had the pleasure of seeing the play that comes after the Harry Potter books, Slytherin house goes in a completely different direction, and it's a real pleasure to see.
Oh,
yes. Without giving too much away. So there we go. Right. Louise says audiobooks are the best way of combining 2 brilliant hobbies, knitting and reading. Definitely. And Brigitte says, how can anything that gives us pleasure be bad for us? If it a bit quirky or nerdy, who flipping cares? Love that.
Definitely, definitely.
Brigitte says that, Robert, I love audiobooks too. Hubby and I have an ongoing discussion as to whether Audible counts as reading. And
Yeah.
Georgie says she's a Hufflepuff.
Oh, I wanted to be a Hufflepuff. The name is just so beautiful, isn't it? It's just so Hufflepuff. But never mind. I am what I am. So, but I don't quite get it as much as Robert does. So, or Georgie, or Helen. Oh. Do you know what? Talking about Harry Potter, because there's all these lovely little things that you can knit for Harry Potter, and you got the Harry Potter knitting book as well, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
And did you know that there's a shop down in Brighton, a Harry Potter shop?
There's loads of them all over the place.
Oh, because I was talking to my friend who is absolutely mad on Harry Potter, and she goes to Universal Studios every year, and they all meet up and take Harry Potter things from the UK to all their friends. So they absolutely love Harry Potter. And she went there. She went to a shop last week, I think. So they get 30 minutes to view it on their own. And she said that there were things in there that she's never seen before in America or here. So they had a really, really lovely half hour in this shop. So if you are really into Harry Potter, now's quite a good time, because they're small shops. You can book your slot, and then there's nobody else viewing at the same time. So
half an hour would not be enough.
Hey, really, in Super Week, you got about a minute.
I tell you what, the only reason I like taking Gary's mum to Hull to put her on the train every year is because she has to get on at King's Cross, and then I get to go to platform 9 3/4 and spend an hour in the shop.
Oh, that is so cute.
That's the only reason why I do it.
Do you know what? The freaky thing is that I've noticed myself in different places. Whenever I see platform 9, it comes into your head, where's 3/4? Where's 9 3/4 whenever I'm on a train a station? So so hang on a minute. There is actually a sign that says platform 9 3/4.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And they have you can take a picture of yourself pushing a trolley through the barrier, because they've got a trolley going through the barrier. The queue is always ridiculously long, though. I've never done it. And I dread to think how much the bloody photos cost.
Yeah, but it must be quite good at the moment, because there aren't many people in London, are there? So there must be less tourists at the moment. So that might be a bit of an idea.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I've also listened, this is really sad now, I've also listened to the Alan Dale version of the first 2 books, and he is nowhere near as good as Stephen Fry, to the point that the last book, Stephen Fry, reading it takes 24 hours to listen to, but the Alan Dale version, get this, exactly the same book, 4 hours shorter. How? He must just go with no pauses, no change in voice. It's crazy.
It's true though, isn't it? Do you know what? I'm going back years and years and years, because I did actually help set up the first ever call centre in the UK. Wow. I'm not doing that anymore. But hey, when we were looking at call handling times, it was really weird, because in Italy, the average call length to get that script out was this long. The UK was this long. And different parts of the UK, like if you're in Yorkshire, you do cut out words. But then in Germany, the German average call time was that long, very succinct, etc. So it's fascinating when you look at different languages, how much the same, like saying the same thing. And even in the UK, Yorkshire was much, much shorter than in the south, and when we looked at places like Belfast and Scotland, they were always much longer. But it's true, isn't it? Like the emphasis we put on words and what we cut out as well. But I do love, what's he called now? Who reads the books? He is just the master of Harry Potter. What's he called? The one of Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry, yeah.
Stephen Fry is he's just got a voice that it's like you turn into a little bit of a marshmallow, don't you? You just relax, and he's got an amazing voice, absolutely incredible. And to think that I heard about him first of all on Jeeves and Wooster, and then he becomes Mr. Harry Potter. So yeah, but that's before your time, Robert. I think Jeeves and Wooster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I was about 10.
There was no recollection, but maybe some people remember Jeeves and Wooster. But I just think it's amazing that he started there in comedy, and look at him now, Mr. Harry Potter. Amazing voice.
So Helen says she thinks there's a Harry Potter shop in Ipswich as well.
Oh, is there?
Dawn says she's a Hufflepuff. Helen says we love Hufflepuff. Deborah says also during lockdown I managed to knit and read using Kindle on a stand, which I had bought for video calls using my phone. It's easier than a book with pages, as you just need to touch the screen to turn the page. Wow. And then she says I must get the Stephen Fry Harry Potter books on Audible. Georgie says thank you, Helen and Dawn. Hello, fellow Hufflepuffs. Anne says I like the Harry Potter shop in King's Cross. Yes, it is in King's Cross, and they have actors playing the roles as well. And Dawn says, I think the narrator can make or break whether I continue listening to an audiobook. Definitely. Timothy West, Richard Armitage and Will Wheaton are brilliant. Brigitte says, they have one long word in German that sometimes needs an entire sentence in English.
Yeah, it's just incredible. Like when we looked at it, and the science behind it, and you got lots of people boffing about it. It is quite incredible. But yeah.
Georgie says Stephen Fry is brilliant. I love all the different voices he does. Yes, he really does.
Yeah.
Helen says Juliet Stevenson for the classics like Pride and Prejudice. And Deborah says, Angela agree. Anything read by Stephen Fry is great. And there are 3 Harry Potter shops in Shambles in York.
Oh wow. Wow. So when Gogglefrogs goes on tour, I think we should take you there, Robert.
Okay.
It isn't a really good excuse.
So as you've now got 2 days off, what are you doing?
Sorry?
As we've now got 2 days off from Goggles, what are you going to be doing?
Oh, I forgot. We have got 2 days off, haven't we? Well, I'm going up to Leeds tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And we've got a visit with my dad. And as I keep saying, just because in case people watching replay, he's getting respite care in a care home. He's not in prison. So when you say I'm visiting, I always think of somebody who isn't doesn't know me. So we've got that at 2 o'clock. And then I think we'll probably just chill out on Monday. Might go for a bit of a drive because Mum loves going for a drive. So I might actually pack. Where is it? I might actually pack this and a little, this is what goes to Belgium and everywhere with me, this and the little camping stove, and I might take a frying pan, which means then we can take some butties, a pack of bacon, and fry up and have cups of tea on the moors. So we might do that on the Yorkshire Moors on Monday.
Oh,
so, yeah, and yeah, so that's that. So what are you doing?
So I've only got tomorrow off, and we're going to see Gary's mum. And I'm at work Monday. So that's it really. I'm Monday to Friday next week. So but I do have a half day on Wednesday.
Oh wow, that's so nice.
7 till 1, 7 till 1:30. I can't remember now. Something like that.
Oh. And 5 minutes to, well, not 5 minutes, but only a few minutes to get home, which is lovely. Yeah. Oh, fabulous.
So we are at 11 o'clock though.
Oh, so can we just say, because we've talked about Harry Potter so much, if anybody has created Harry Potter-esque type things, or even if it's loosely in the colours, please show us. So, you know, it's bank holiday. Have an absolutely wonderful long weekend. Lovely to see you today, and we will see you again on Tuesday. But yeah, anything Harry Potterish, just post, because it'd be lovely to see what people have actually done, or if everybody has these half-finished projects everywhere. Anyway, lovely to see you. Happy weekend, and thank you so much, Robert. You're now about to start your day in half an hour, so thank you for being there and for entertaining all of the other partners who've watched you and observed you today go and everything else. It's been an absolute hoot. Thank you.
Take care, everyone. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.